was what most people would strive for, having a business, a home, raising a family. But then there was a sudden turn. In a 12-month period, everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. From being personally sued because of one of my business ventures, and then having my business sued. My wife had an extramarital affair. She was also pregnant from this affair. And on an ordinary Friday evening, I felt some indigestion. I did nothing of it. That morning, I remember waking up, and it was like this level of impending doom. The symptoms had elevated. I was having some shortness of breath, pain underneath my breastbone. I went to a local drugstore. I was drinking the antacid in the aisle. There was an urgent care facility just across the street. And so I went there, they did an EKG, and immediately they told me, "You're having a heart attack."
Obviously so happy that you got through this, and Ivan's written a book. It's called Courage to Continue. That'll be available later this month. Ivan, great to have you on. So happy you're
Thank you,
tonight.
thank you.
Dr. Ivan Hernandez stopped by our show recently to talk about the issue of stress in health.
General template. Some people do well with physical exercise. Some people do well with cuddling and hugging someone or hanging out with friends.
My outlet ain't gonna be working out. I mean,
Behind that, sometimes it's illogical, but mental stress is real. And the thing is that it somaticizes in so many different ways. Some people get ulcers, some people get acne. I got a heart attack. So you gotta respect it and you gotta treat it proactively. So every day you should be doing something with regards to stress management. I like box breathing. That's a nice way to quiet down. You know, if you turned up all day, you gotta calm down
sometimes
a
get your
little.
breathe on.
So
get your meditation.
Yeah, so box breathing is very simple. It's basically you're breathing in for 4 seconds.
Let's try that.
Hold it for 4 seconds. Breathe out for 4 seconds. Hold it for 4 seconds. And repeat that
And then
cycle
repeat.
10 times.
That would probably take us down.
Yeah, and then do that twice a day.
Well, you know what, Ivan? I'm so excited that he has come.
Yes.
We love your book.
Thank you.
And we thank you for joining the Sister Circle. And for more on Dr. Ivan, the conversation always continues.
Our next guest got a wake-up call when he himself suffered a heart attack. Now he's on a mission to help people live longer, fuller, healthier lives. Welcome to Coffee with America, physical therapist Dr. Ivan Hernandez, or like I like to say it, Ivan Hernandez. Pleasure.
Hello, it's a pleasure to be here.
Nice having you here. Nice to have you here after hearing your story. It is really unbelievable to see you and think that you had a heart attack. We normally think of overweight or older people.
I didn't fit the script. I thought I was a pillar of health. The 4 doctors, cardiologists that I spoke with afterwards thought I was too. They were perplexed. But it was the events that led to my heart.
Strength and conditioning specialist Dr. Ivan is back on the News One Now set to break down his secrets to his six-pack. Dr. Ivan, welcome back to News One Now.
Thanks for having me back.
Now, I understand from a little birdie that you are a six-pack specialist who doesn't do any crunches. How is that possible?
And we're breaking a sweat this morning with health coach Dr. Ivan Hernandez. Now, while seemingly the picture of health in 2014, he suffered a mild heart attack brought on by stress. And he's here with the steps that we all should take to protect ourselves as we move forward. So much to think about. It's only been a year, Ivan,
that's right.
that you dove straight into this plight of knowing that you weren't doing all the things for a healthy heart.
That's right.
So tell us what some of the tips are that you learned.
So, I don't want to trivialize diet and exercise. Those are very critical. But the other elements that are not so much spoken about is the importance of stress management, yoga, meditation, deep breathing. Sleep is so critical. And then the other elements like sugar, in terms of diet, if you had to put your finger on one thing that makes a difference, you got to eliminate sugar. We're consuming too much sugar as a nation. The average adult is consuming 22 teaspoons a day, or about 3 pounds per week.
So you in great shape for the summer fun. Dr. Ivan Hernandez is the author of the new book, Courage to Continue, and he's with us this morning. Good morning to you.
The courage to start. Who are you kidding? No.
Yes, indeed. But here, you've got some simple tips that anyone can employ. So let's just hop right into it. What's our first move? What's your first word?
Hydration.
Ooh. Oh, okay.
Hydration is critical. In the summertime, we tend to sweat more, we're thirstier. Thing is, we tend to interpret thirst for hunger. So instead of quenching our thirst, we're reaching for snacks. So let's try to drink half of our body weight in ounces of water.
You know, but there's a debate about that, how much water people really need, and I really
Do a modified push-up. Okay, so off the knees, get your hips down. You're gonna get your chest close to the floor, but not quite touching. Ready?
Okay, I'm
We'll
really
aim
bad
for
at
10.
push-ups, just FYI.
One. That's good.
I can't get up.
All right.
This morning on Good Day is celebrity fitness guru Dr. Ivan.
You're actually going to be working out with me this morning, which we were just talking about. I'm kind of scared.
Excited. I'm excited. I
We'll
hope you
see
are
how
too.
And you're scared.
I like you now. We'll see how I feel after the workout. But so you have a book that you just
Yes.
wrote, your first book.
That's
Kind of
right.
tell us a little bit about that and what you're doing here in the Queen City.
It's a book that chronicles my recent adult years. I talk about personal struggles that I went through, and what I provide for the reader is a formula to persevere. And this formula is based upon the 5 pillars of my wellness. It's diet, exercise, and then the less glorified things: sleep, stress management, and then changing the mental outlook. A lot of us have an outlook that is programmed for us to fail. 90% of people, resolutioners, for example, they fail by March. So this really addresses all 4 dimensions of wellness.
I like that because, you know, so part of it is the mindset that you have going into any type of fitness journey. So
Yeah.
it's good to kind of get people going. And the event you guys have going on today, what can people expect if they're heading out?
You could expect to sweat.
Okay, first of all, why in the hell are we sitting down doing this interview?
We should be saying that.
We're gonna stand up.
That's a little ironic.
So we got the overhang right here. So yeah, because I ain't trying to I ain't trying to sit here and check out early. So all right. So 2.2 years.
There are a number of studies. There's a large body of evidence that's showing how.
So you've given us the experience.
Yeah.
That's a tough one, man.
It was scary.
Pain?
The pain was excruciating. It slowly ramped up. It slowly ramped up.
Celebrity fitness guru Dr. Ivan Hernandez is here, and he says it can be done. In fact, just look at him right here. He stays in shape all the time, right? But people say, oh, that's because that's your living, that's your career. That's why you do it. You don't have to go past all the donuts and all the sugar that we have to just to get back to our break room.
No, it's true. You know, living a life of wellness and staying in shape, eating well should be our default. It shouldn't be something that we commit to in January. So I'm here today really to dispel this myth that around the holidays we actually gain weight.
Right.
And some of the things that we could do. Yeah.
First of all, what is the kinetic chain? What would you identify that?
It's the kinetic chain is a series of interlinking parts that have different regions with responsibilities for doing different things. And if you were to look at the body and address it or categorize it with regards to what they're designed to do, the foot is designed to be fairly stable. The ankle is designed to be fairly mobile to allow for propulsion. The knee is I call it a modified hinge joint. It's like a door.